So this is lesson 5. Lesson 5 builds on lesson 4. So I'm going to open the lesson 4 document and just show you specifically what part of lesson 4 we're going to be expanding on. So if you go all the way down to task 3B, in task 3B you had to write a short program. So I went ahead and I copied the task from 3B and I've pasted it into the Riplet file here. Let me go ahead and hide this left panel here. You were asked to write a program with as many lines of code as possible. You needed to generate a number between 5 and 10. And then you would ask the user to input their name, ask the user to guess what number was generated, check whether the guess was between 5 and 10, check whether the user's guess matched the computer's random generated number, and then print an output that included the user's name in uppercase, whether they lost a 1, and to print game over followed by the value of all the variables. So I'm going to go ahead and write this program really quickly. We're almost done with this program, but we need to just add a couple more lines of code because the last part we needed to not only print game over, but we needed to print the value of all variables in the next line of output. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna start right here on the else for the wrong guess. Okay, and you come before game over, so users okay, let's see if that works. Let's put in Tom for my name, and let's guess something wrong. Let's guess 6. Name Tom, users guess 6, computer choice 7, and game over choice. Let me make that an uppercase E. Run it again. Tom, let's guess 7. Name Tom, users guess 7, computer choice 8, game over. Okay, so now we just need to copy this and paste it for, let's remove game over here as well. And I'm going to paste it in here. And let's paste it in here. Let's run it and test it. So Tom, let's try an invalid value 3. Run it again. Tom, let's try a winning value of 6. Good. Let's run it again. Let's try a losing value of 5. Oh, let's put in Tom first. Try a losing value of 5. Good. So now it works. So in lesson 4, your program should look somewhat like this. You might have coded it a little bit differently, but it should essentially do the same thing. What I want you to do in this lesson 5 is to actually edit this program that you wrote for lesson 4. And what I want you to do is for the validation. So when you come in here in this part here where you're validating the user's input, okay? I'm just going to put in a little note here that this part of the program is a comparison. So this compare part, you can leave it the same, but up here in the user's input, what I want you to do is not to just end the program here, but to give the user an opportunity to put in the correct value. So still print your invalid guess, but don't have the computer just end. So what I mean is this. When I run the program, I put in my name, and if I put in an invalid value like 3, right now it's just going to end. It's just going to print a message and then end. What I want you to do is to still print the message, but not end, but instead cycle back to this guess a number between 5 and 10 and just stay there until the user put in the correct value. Okay? So in order to do that, you will use a loop. And so I'm going to, let me just duplicate this page, and I'm going to create a new file. And I'm going to call it lesson 5 loop. Okay? And I'm going to show you how you create a loop, and I want you to apply this technique to your file. So there are 3 types of loops that you can create. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to print simple hi. And I'm going to run it. And there's hi. What I'm going to show is how you can loop hi so that it prints repeatedly. Okay? So I'm going to call this my code 1. And this is what we call a for loop. So run it again. All right. So let me show you how you do a for loop. The for has to come before the print statement. So for count in range 1, 10. Make sure you follow that with a colon, hit return. It's going to indent that print statement. Now look what happens when I run this. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it prints 9 times. What if I change this to a 0? Run. Now it's going to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. What if I change this to a 5? And I hit run. Now it's going to print it 5 times. What if I change this to a 10 and I change this to a 15? Run. So it's going to print it 5 times. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? So hopefully you can sort of intuitively figure out how this code is working. What if I change this from count to X and I run? It's going to do the same thing. So it doesn't really matter what I call this. How about if I call this for high in range? Run. Does the same thing. What if I change this to high? Run. Oh, got an error. What if I change this to number? Run. Oh, it got an error. Maybe this range means something in Python. Look it up and see. So you could cross-reference in Google range, Python, and see what comes up. Okay? So that's the first code. Let me just put in something to divide my codes here, just to make it easier to read. Okay? So when I run this now, it's just going to give me a little label up there. Excellent. So let's do the next code. And for the next code, I'm going to put in this here. Oh, don't want it to indent. Put that in. And what this is, so I put in just a blank print line here just to divide the codes. Leave a space between the codes. And then the title and the label and the divider of the title. That's just to make it look prettier. Okay? And so this time we're going to do a loop through a list with comma. Okay? So first thing, let's create a list. So we're going to create a hello add-on. Okay. So let me put that in here. So the hello add-on is equal to, there's there, again, friend, buddy, and pal. Okay. And we're going to again use the for loop, add it in there. So for add-on in hello add-on, okay, for add-on, so we're going to take one of these add-ons from the hello add-on list, print hello, and the add-on. So let's run it and see. Ooh, there you go. So hello there. The first one was there. Hello again. Hello friend. Hello buddy. And hello pal. Okay. Now what if I change this to X and I run? For X, oh, we need to change this to X as well. Run. Same thing. So you see, it doesn't matter what you call this. I'm just using add-on because we're adding on the items in hello add-on are add-ons to hello. Okay? All right, let's continue. The last code is we're going to looping over a list with a plus. It's going to be very similar to the previous one. Run, and you see what the plus does. The plus will not add a space between the two. Okay, so that's it. Let's go back to our file here. So I want you to take what you've learned about loops, and I want you to apply it in your validation so that it will continue to loop back on your input. So you want to loop back on line 16 so that the guess is between 5 and 10. So think about how you're going to do that. Okay? So essentially your loop, this needs to be included in your loop, and so does all of this need. All of this needs to be included in your loop. Okay? So figure out how you're going to create that loop. That's your challenge.